It's Week 12 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. The action is only moments away on Monday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his fifth NFL campaign.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run.
And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's still on his feet. And touchdown! Derrick Henry. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Eluding the pressure right. It fights him off. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. 7 yards to pick up there. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes, and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Will Disley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson that escapes the sand, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Sam Darnold, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Bo Nix, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson, excellent in the victory, as his guys push their record up to 8-3 on the year. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson from the shotgun. A short one there, caught by Likely. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That is incomplete. For a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3. And it'll be intercepted. intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Fighting through pressure. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Give the pass break up there to Christian Fulton.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Dobbins. Touchdown, Chargers. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Jackson, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Throwing, Jackson. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game.
Visitors 14.
.90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And some room to work. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team's season.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.